So Christel, last week in one of your videos you mentioned the connection between making us work less for greater impact. Can you tell me your thought process behind this?
Yes. It's not that we're gonna strive to work less. That's definitely not my message, but it is about being connected. Once we're connected to that which is greater than ourselves, once we tap into those unlimited energies that is available to us, both around us in the universe, but also within ourselves, our innate resources, our innate capabilities that we were born with. Once we learn to tap into those resources, we act inspired, we act when time is right. Little detail, little example could be we need to get a hold of some person, so we can call that same person 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, we never get a hold of them. We keep trying because we know that we need to get a hold of that person. If we listen, if we lean back, if we connect ourselves, if we breathe, if we are truly in our essence, truly in our full capacity, then we only making one phone call because we call when that person is available. It is tapping into that energetic grid that is around us. When we think a thought, we exude energy into the environment around us, into the world around us, and those are the energies that we can tap into. So it's not that we're trying to feel what other people feel or when they're ready. That is our instinct. That's tapping into a gut feeling. I'm asking us to breathe, to connect to that which is greater than ourselves, because then we're in tune with our intuition, and then we will be told, this is the time now. So then we're acting on, it feels like just an idea, but it is a greater guidance. That is the same with big strategies. It's the same with whatever action is supposed to be taken to reach our targets, to reach our goals, and to make an impact in the world. We need to be connected. We need to tap into that grid and be connected to life itself, because then life will show us, life will tell us, life will show us when is the right time. So if we truly learn to tap into this gift, if we are illuminated once we work, we can sit in our boards, we can sit in our executive groups, and we can work on an entire different level where we're truly making a difference, where we're creating exceptional, unbelievable results while making a difference, working less with greater impact. And what I believe then is, it's not about working less, then we just have more time for greater good. We have more time to contribute, we have more time to make initiatives that is actually making a difference, that is on a higher level, on a higher vibration, connecting with other people, creating projects that is cross-functional, cross industries, that reach people that are less fortunate than ourselves, assisting them creating a better life, assisting the people around us in our teams, in our society, in our families. We just have more time for the essence, more time for what's truly important. And then it's a joyful process. Then we as individuals love being a part of this purposeful game of life, because life is supposed to be fun, life is supposed to be a joyful, a loving journey. And then we want to get up in the morning, then it makes sense. And I think that is what people will realize, that then they feel a greater sense of unity, greater sense of purpose, and they are proud of what they achieved, they're proud of what they're doing together, and they truly have something to tell their children, that they what they have done, and the children will feel it without we even telling them, because they will, when we are breathing, when we're exuding that purposeful energy, they will then learn to do the same thing, simply just by our actions, simply just by the energy we exude. We're assisting them become much more in tune. We're assisting them to be happy beings. Then they will be able to choose for a greater path and a greater living, a greater life.
Great.
That's a short answer.
And so if you were to give guidance on the next steps and how to go about achieving this to your viewers, what would you give as some advice?
The first step is to become better at our breathing. Take a deep breath. I know it sounds like such a simple thing compared to the challenges that we're all living in our lives. However, when we're breathing, that was the first gift we're giving in this life. Our first breath connected us to life on this very planet. That is what shifted us from being in the womb and somebody else keeping us alive to us being able to be alive. And so once we start to breathe properly and making that a given, that we're not only making a superficial breathing, but we're truly breathing down into our belly, taking deep breaths, then we're already alive in a different way. We are connected to life in a different way, to the energetic grid around us. So that's the first step. The second step is to take more time to ourselves, to put away our phones, put away our electronics, step away from interacting with other people, go for a walk, just sit in a chair, scribble in a book, spend quiet time. I'm not saying we need to meditate. Some people do not like to meditate or say it's impossible. That's another discussion, that's another video, because everybody can meditate. It's just about learning that meditation is life, so life will be a part of it. It's another video. But then, so the second step of finding that quiet time, finding peace, finding time where we actually are able to listen to that inner voice, listening to the energies around us, so that we become able to sense what is the right thing, not only for us but for other people. Then we're already have reached big step. And then there's many other steps, but these are two that everybody can do. And everybody, no matter who we are, no matter how much we've meditated, we can all breathe. We can do better breathings. We can all find more time to ourselves. I have a small daughter. She's 1 year old at the moment. So I do understand what it means to not have a lot of time to ourselves. But in the morning I put on a piece of meditation music, and it reminds me to take a deeper breath. So even with her in my arms, even cooking breakfast for her, even being in the middle of life itself, a simple thing like a piece of music can remind me of my inner peace, remind me of making a better breathing. So there are all these little things that we can do. In the office, plug in a piece of music that reminds you of your peace. So many different things that we can do while we are living, while we're in the midst of life. I'm not saying necessarily that we need to take time off from life, because that can become escapism, which I do definitely not favor. But of course it's healthy if we do have time, if we do have the possibility. It is nice to tap out sometimes and go to silence retreats or meditate for an hour, which I did before I had Chloe. I meditated at least once a day. But there are so many ways to be reminded of our peace, being reminded of life, because there's nothing greater than tapping into life, being alive, breathing properly, because then we can feel, then we will become in love with life itself again. And I think it's important.
Great, thank you for elaborating on that.
You're welcome.